So July is Military Consumer Protection Month, and what we are seeing is that our military communities have been targeted, and they're generally targeted for a couple of reasons. One, because they have good, steady paychecks, great benefits, and are generally young, first time living away from home, maybe not the most experience in terms of personal finances or managing their own dollars. Sometimes young families, and are oftentimes, as a result of the service, sometimes asked to deploy or to move on short notice, which makes them vulnerable in many ways. And what we've seen is that there are online scams and a number of other scams that have been reported from the community around large purchases of cars, and often come with stories about an active deployment or some circumstance there, and often done by folks who are purporting to be military-friendly sellers of a particular item. So what we're seeing is that clearly they're targeting our service members, trying to take advantage of their circumstances, and oftentimes what we see, this is even more than the general population. We've seen a 162% increase in fraud amongst members of our military community from last year to this year. So unfortunately this is happening, and there's a few tips that we are putting in place here to help our military and our service members better protect themselves. Okay. So one of the most important tips for military service members is, first, on your credit report, you can request an active duty alert. And what this does is this makes sure that there has to be identity verification on the issuance of any new cards and for large purchases. Now, with regards to large purchases, also make sure that you're able to establish the identity of the seller to the extent possible. And also make sure you do what you can to verify the costs associated with those large purchases. Usually they come in the form of cars, so check Kelley Blue Book, check Edmunds, and the National Association of Auto Dealers to verify what that price should be. And sometimes if the price is too good to be true, it generally is. One of the things that we've learned, another tip is, be very wary of unorthodox methods of payments. Cash cards, eBays, money transfers or wires, those are generally red flags for folks who are looking to use cash payments that are untraceable. So just something to recommend. If you see that, take caution, try to take some more steps to verify the other end of that seller, and certainly hold off on any large purchases. I think those are some of the ways that we can ask our military service members to protect themselves and give this information so their families can be protected as well.